Let's get out of here, I whispered, voice low, cautious, like a spark ready to catch fire. She didn't hesitate. Neither did her husband. Their drinks sat abandoned, the air thick with unspoken hunger. My husband, Tom, shifted beside me, his fingers brushing mine, tense, alive with anticipation. Across from us, her hand lingered on his thigh, a touch that spoke louder than words. The four of us knew a decision was made, silent, electric, pulling us through the door, past the bar, into the Miami night. If you're hooked, stick around, like, subscribe. It fuels these stories. Let's dive in. They'd do it, you know, I said, swirling my drink, watching Tom across our hotel bed. His fingers tightened around his glass eyes, guarded, holding secrets. He didn't answer right away. What I smiled, slow, knowing a spark igniting in my chest. That couple from the pool. His gaze met mine, something raw, flickering between us. If we wanted, I traced the rim of my glass, fingers steady, pulse, not we could have them. His jaw twitched, unreadable. He set his drink down, too careful, like he was handling something fragile. You joking? I exhaled, slow, heart-pounding, deliberate. Your knees shifted when she looked at you today. His posture stiffened, attention sharpening like a blade. You're really doing this? I stretched lazily against the pillows, my robe slipping just enough to catch his eye, his breath hitching before he could hide it. We're here to have fun, aren't we? His fingers curled on his leg. You think this is fun? Could be, I said, sliding my fingertips along his wrist, feeling the steady pulse beneath, warm, alive. I think you do too. He hesitated, caught in the pull of it. I tilted my head, watching him. She was all over you today, made your breath catch. She's just friendly, he said, pausing, exhaling, shaking his head, fighting something he couldn't name. I smirked. Sure. His throat worked as he swallowed, eyes flicking to the balcony, to the black waves crashing beyond the open door. And her husband? His voice softened, probing, testing. I waited until he looked at me, letting the moment sink in, heavy charged. He noticed, and he liked it. Tom's fingers twitched on the sheets. I leaned closer, voice just above a whisper, daring him to admit it. Tell me the truth. If I said we could have them, would you want it? Silence, but I knew. I leaned back, sipped my drink, smiling over the rim, letting the weight of what was coming settle between us. Good, because tomorrow night we move. Tomorrow came fast. We found them at the bar like they were waiting, primed for us. The wife, Lily, sat cross-legged, lazily twirling her glass, her eyes sharp, inviting. Her husband, Jake, leaned close, whispering in her ear. But when they saw us, the air shifted, no hesitation, just understanding. I met Lily's gaze, a slow smile curving my lips as I stepped beside her. Didn't think we'd see you again, I said. She turned, slightly amusement in her voice, a quiet challenge. Didn't you behind me? Tom and Jake traded words, filling the space, but the real conversation was here between us. I let my shoulder brush hers close enough to feel her warmth, electric. Enjoying yourself? She tilted her head, lips curving, eyes locked on mine. More now. She toyed with her glass, but it wasn't the drink she focused on. It was me. I reached for a napkin, my fingers grazing hers, lingering just long enough to feel the spark. She noticed. Tom's breath shifted behind me, a subtle pull drawing us closer. The space between us tightened, the moment locking into place. Let's get out of here, I whispered. She didn't ask where or why, just set her glass down and stood. Jake followed, no questions, no pause. We walked out together, the bungalow door slamming shut behind us, lanterns casting golden light, the ocean murmuring in the distance. The night air was thick, heavy with heat and promise. We moved without speaking, drawn by something stronger than words. Tom sank onto the couch beside me, his fingers curling once on his knee, tense waiting. Jake stretched an arm along the back of the opposite couch, relaxed but alert, eyes sharp ready. Lily lowered herself next to Tom, leaning just enough for her bare knee to graze his leg, deliberate, no accident. He went still, breath-catching, betraying him. She tilted her head toward him, playful, knowing. He exhaled through his nose, shaking his head, taking it in, fighting it. She smiled, set her glass aside, her fingers brushing the fabric of his sleeve, slow, careful, down to his wrist. He didn't have to stay still, but he did, caught in her pull. She leaned closer, breath soft against his cheek, whispering, "I think you like being tempted." His lips parted, no words. Beside me, Jake shifted closer, his hand drifting to my thigh, light but expectant. I let him. Lily's attention flicked back to Tom, her fingers gliding down his chest, unhurried, deliberate. I dragged my nails along Jake's hand, voice lazy, teasing. "She's right." Tom's fingers twitched, trapped between restraint and surrender. Lily leaned in, kissing him slow, cautious, her hand resting on his waist, not stopping, just holding him there. His hands lifted, not to push her away, but to meet the moment, acknowledging the pull. She smiled, knowing, her lips trailing lower, deliberate a path downward. She sank beside him, fingers tracing lazy circles on his thigh, teasing, holding him in her palm. His breath deepened, hands curling on the couch control, hanging by a thread. Her smile widened, voice husky, relishing it. "Relax," she whispered, leaning into him, her body taut, muscles coiling with quiet anticipation. His fingers dug into the cushions, knuckles white, restraint barely holding. A tremor ran through him as she pulled him into her rhythm, savoring it, keeping him there. The space between them crackled, fragile, electric, each breath pulling them closer. Across from us, heat spread through my skin, a magnetic ripple curling down my spine. I knew this moment was coming, but I didn't expect it to grip me like this. Jake's touch lingered, slow, persistent, sinking into my skin, heavy with intent. My breath hitched, awareness blooming, charged, undeniable. Before I could process, his hand slid around my waist, pulling me back against the warmth of his chest. His breath grazed my neck, deep, measured, thick with restraint, but urgent beneath. "Your turn," he whispered, voice low, vibrating against my skin. He didn't wait, his grip firm, guiding me exactly where he wanted. My breath caught as his fingers traced my curves, a slow pull, drawing me closer. He moved, not with force, but with purpose, his presence enveloping, grounding me in the heat. My fingers curled on the couch body, pressing into his, the air thick with unspoken want. Each second shivered through me, heat coiling deep in my chest, binding me to the moment. Across from us, Lily let out a soft, playful sound, her movements unhurried in control. Tom's grip tightened, his body shifting beneath her expression, taut restraint crumbling. She led him deeper, watching every reaction, every shift in his breath. He exhaled, voice hoarse, urgent, fingers twitching like he could barely hold on. She smiled, her fingers gliding lower, lingering, keeping him exactly where she wanted. His head tipped back, breath-breaking, body trembling under her touch. Behind me, my pulse surged, heat pooling fast, inescapable. Jake's fingers tightened around my waist, his breath uneven, the space between us gone. The air hummed, charged, wrapping us in a rhythm we didn't name. His grip anchored me, movements weaving urgency into every second, something invisible tightening around us. Then it hit, sudden, sharp, the tension breaking like a wave. A tremor ran through Jake, his breath, faltering body locking in the pull of it. Across from us, Tom's fingers dug into the couch, head back, a raw sound tearing from his lips as he surrendered. The air crackled, electric heavy with the aftermath. Silence fell, broken only by uneven breaths, the ocean rolling in the distance, waves crashing in a steady rhythm. The night settled around us, 4 shadows caught in the quiet, breathless, bound by what we'd done. Most folks swear they'd never cross that line until it's right in front of them. Be honest, if your partner suggested this, would you dive in or walk away? Drop your answer in the comments I'm reading. Like, subscribe, hit the bell so you don't miss what's next. Thanks for being here.